Hi, we're Devin, Andy, and Angel from YWAD.
And today, we'll talk about the feasibility of using filamentous algae to make paper.
And we are so fortunate to achieve the Best in East Asia Awards of Cambridge Science Competition with this topic.
And next, let us tell you the story about turning slime to shear. One summer day, I was walking through a park in Shanghai when I got hit by this awful, obscene smell. So I looked around and spotted a small river cutting through the park. Its surface was completely choked with stringy green algae. And honestly, it was disgusting. That little river, it turns out, is actually a part of Shanghai's larger water network. And like so many cities in the world, Shanghai has been struggling with algal blooms, a growing headache for urban waterways. But the thing is, we still don't have a great answer to these filamentous algae outbreaks. Submerged plants, they'll just get tangled up and die. Grazing animals, they'll eat some algae, but it's not palatable enough to be their main meal. Chemical agents, they'll kill the algae fast, but they'll also poison the whole ecosystem. But if you step back and look at all these three approaches, submerged plants, grazing animals, chemical agents, they all share the same mindset. To combat, treating algae like an enemy to be wiped out. But traditional Chinese Taoist philosophy teaches us something different, to reconcile with nature. So maybe there's a gentler way. And that day I kept walking along the riverbank and noticed piles of dried algae on the shore. They were fine, almost glossy. And then it reminded me of something. Traditional Chinese paper. And then it hit me, what if we could turn this algae into paper, and suddenly it won't be a gross pollutant anymore, it will be something useful.
So back to school, we go straight to work. We quickly realized that standard mechanical production methods weren't going to cut it. For one thing, filamentous algae don't have phloem, the fiber that normal paper relies on. Modern processing would just shred them into useless mush. Plus, we didn't have industrial equipment, and honestly, for a small student project, we didn't need it. So we looked to Chinese traditional paper making instead. Chinese traditional paper making involves 4 steps. First, you boil the raw material, tree bark, old hemp, fishing nets, and an alkali solution to break them down into fibers. Then you chop and pound the material into pulp. Next, you mix the pulp with water and rapidly dip a screen flame in rapidly to form a wet layer. And finally, you dry it in the sun. After a lot of trial and error, we finally got something decent, algae paper. Then we quickly put it into test, and the results were pretty encouraging. We looked into 3 different aspects. For tensile strength, a sheet of 12 by 15 centimeters could hold 500 grams, and that's like hanging a bottle of water underneath. I mean, not super strong, but plenty for everyday use. And for flexibility, we took a piece of paper that's smaller than a playing card and folded 4 times, and that's 16 layers. And we unfolded it. There were barely any cracks. And for water absorbency, 1 gram of dry paper can soak up 7.1 grams of water. That's 610% of its own weight. Almost good as a paper napkin.
So given what this algae paper can do, why not dream a little? And it's not just practical, it's beautiful as well. The pure algae paper is dark green, thin, and slightly see-through. In sunlight, it shimmers like gauze, and it has this lovely, fresh plant smell. In the textures, it feels more like fabric than paper indeed. Soft, gentle, and doesn't hold creases. So imagine using it for fashion, such as skirts, cape, bag, and accessories. With the absorbency, after some cleaning and disinfecting, algae paper could become cleaning wipe. If we bleach it, maybe we can get a pure white algae paper for even more use. By mixing algae with other material, we could improve performance and create all kind of visual effect. And the most intriguing is that could we turn algae into fabric? That might open up a whole new avenue for the sustainable textile.
Let's imagine further. One day, if I walk past that same small river, maybe the water will be clear again, and those once repulsive, ugly algae, maybe they will transform into something beautiful. Maybe they will show up in art classrooms, on artist canvases, on fashion runways, in everyday objects designed with care. From a public nuisance to a resource, from ugliness to beauty, that's a kind of magic.
Think about it. Cai Lun invented papermaking 2,000 years ago. Han Dynasty calligraphers wrote on Xuan paper made from old hemp and tree bark. And here we are, on a school campus, discovering a new material from a small park in Shanghai. Culture has its unique power, and that's a beautiful heritage.
Maybe filamentous algae outbreak is just one small problem among the countless environmental problems that we face. But the idea of transformation, of turning something harmful to something useful, and a sense of heritage, those are constant.
The three of us might go on to become artists, material scientists, or textile designers. And all of you here in this very room, you will go on your own way into all kinds of fields. But as a new seeds of this world, may we draw nourishment from a soil of culture, and may we dream and reach toward the future.